All right, go ahead. We are live. Welcome along, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Anti-Stall Racing, the F1 series in round 11 in Japan. I am the Biggles, and joining me in the commentary box is Alex. G'day, Alex. G'day. How you doing?
Good day. Good night, everyone. How you doing?
So, I do have the race info up there, but it's not showing. Strange. It should be showing, of course. To show you the information. Nothing's showing at all. Fantastic. It's all going to plan. I just made the overlay. Anyway, I don't usually do this. Just stepping in at the moment there for Geza. Yep, nothing's working. Awesome. My apologies. We'll be back in a second when we get it sorted.
Okay, so here we are on Suzuka, one of my favorite tracks, to be honest. It's kind of hard to race here because it's pretty narrow. You have one DRS zone with these cars, so yeah, it's tricky also as well to make the setups for this track. The first sector is so twisty with those. Apart from turn one. That to the left hand, which we are seeing now on the back of that huge wheel, it's left, right, and you have to play a lot with the throttle. Not so many braking points, but then onwards on the second sector, you have first of all this Degna turns, which we are seeing right now. The double right-hander. It's very, very easy to have an accident there because you can hit any of the curves. You can also be over the grass and be off. The walls are pretty the word that I want to find pretty near there. So yes, if you have an accident there, it's game over for sure. You have the hairpin, the slowest hairpin of the track, and these long cars don't want to turn there, so it's pretty annoying to have understeer there on the left hand corner. You go up to the spoon curve, which is the double left-hander. It's very hard to hit the apex on the second part of the turn. The first part doesn't matter that much, but the second part of the turn, which we are seeing right now, it's very important because you want to be very early on the throttle. The apex right, because you have the long back straight we are seeing right now. To go up until the last chicane before you have to go through beautiful 130R. This easy full throttle left-hand corner. Then you have a very heavy braking zone for the last turn, the last chicane. It's right, left, right. To be also, it's easy to lose the rear of the car while accelerating there. So you have to be very careful, even if you think that you have hit the braking point correctly, in qualifying and even on the race. You can't lose concentration because you don't want to win your lap only accelerating, which you might think that is the easiest part of this car, but trust me, it is not. And yeah, we're seeing people having troubles on that tricky first sector, which is tricky, as I said. It's something you want to practice a lot, these corners. Yeah, it's nearly impossible to overtake on this track on that part of the track. Maybe the hairpin it's an overtaking spot. It's pretty hard to overtake or be overtaken there if you place your car on the perfect spot on the middle of the road if you are going to be overtaken. And the most clear overtaking spots are going to be the chicane and also the start finish straight with the only DRS zone.
All right, thank you very much for that, Alex. Sorry, I was just finishing up some last-minute food. I had a tire puncture on my bike, and my cart's not working, and my car's in the mechanic, so I had to do a bit of walking today to go around to get this shop. So it all went pearl-shaped, so that's why I was running a little bit behind, so I apologise about that. Ooh, there's a spin at the moment there, as you see from I was going to say Mercedes, but that's Jorge. George Sanchez Rodriguez, there it is. I should get that one right, mate.
Yeah, you can call him George, I think. Otherwise, I'm going to bring up my perfect Spanish and say Jorge Sanchez.
Jorge, that's it, Jorge. Yeah. No, you can say that, of course. You're allowed to. It is your language.
I'll get the Spanish and Portuguese names. Yeah, leave them to me.
So they are getting ready for the qualifying, my friend. Open qualifying session is about to start here in Japan. Hope the levels are all good. Maybe boost myself up a little bit more there. I think you're pretty good there, my friend Alex. G'day out there. Everybody in the chat, please let us know how it will sound. As a qualifier, mate, you can pick a car to go on board with, because I like to hear it from you. Obviously, you were leading the championship until, unfortunately, you were, moving and all that jazz, and you can't now. So who would you like to go on board with, and we can kind of get an idea of...
Yeah, maybe we can go with the first one, because we have a clear track in front.
So who is the first one?
My track map is not loading the cars yet.
Yeah, it probably won't at this point. We'll just choose... we'll go with Paulo then.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but the 88 car, the Portuguese driver. Let's have a look. He's been performing quite well recently, so let's see what he can do. You can give us a go. I'll pull up the... if I can show the driver inputs. I can't. Right, go ahead.
As I was saying, you don't want to very hard on the tires on the outlap. You don't have to preheat the tires. It's just do a normal lap without the battery, and that will be fine for the tires. You just find a bit of gap with the car in front. It will be great for turn one. And now hit the throttle as hard as you can without losing it. Hit the DRS button. You're going to be 6, 7, 8 gear. You have to. You don't want to be greedy with the DRS here, because you have to turn to close the DRS and then turn. Otherwise, you're going to lose the back. Up on 3, it's 7th gear maybe, down to 6th. Left again, right again. 5th gear. Now find the earliest spot to hit the throttle. This is throttle, double or even triple left-hand corner. Then you have to be very, very, very cautious with those curves. Yeah, it's easy to be losing that rear. The qualifying lap while you are doing your best.
Well, we have a new man in town too. Like I know him from another league, and that's Gun Sander. And that's Sander at the moment, so we can get an idea of him. I know he's pretty quick in a regular Formula One, the Formula One game, of course, and he's been converted over to iRacing, really getting into iRacing using the W12. So if the man continues at the pace that he has from the F1 game, although he's just retired from the session there at the moment, he's come back actually. Then perhaps you've got yourself there and Benji and Tyler, who's just gone quickest, can start looking over your shoulder, I say, with this young Flying Dutchman, mate.
Yeah, it's the more competition there is, it's the better for the game. The F1 games are doing well, but with the addition of Mercedes on the racing game, it's a pretty huge deal for us, because iRacing is like the go-to simulator when you want to compete against others. And yeah, the more competition, the better. Hopefully, I could drive anytime soon. I'm in the middle of, as you said, of renovation work at home, and yeah, it's hard to see the simulator there without driving it.
Exactly, but you'll be back, of course, next season. Hopefully, once you get all that stuff sorted out, of course.
I hope.
Yeah, it takes time. Renovations are a lot of fun to do, but oh, look at that accident! That's not fun. Hanging up down like a cow. He's going to drive over the camera. Whoop, it does. I love it. What a great camera angle. I didn't see that very often. Yeah. Not even the real F1 will give you that camera angle. Oh, that was just timed perfectly. I wonder if this will make it onto the iRacing highlights, like some of the clips last week that I happen to be a part of, actually, quite good. But the other one's a massive crash if you saw the top 10. A huge crash towards the end where I think every car went across the road and the line at India, I think, one of the Indy tracks, oval tracks. G'day, out there. Bassy and David, hello. Thank you very much. We're two of his favourite commentators, mate. So there you go. That's a way to win brownie points with the casting crew. Good on you. With the expertise there of Alex and this excitement, of course. Alex is going to tell you everything how to drive these cars. And I can tell you how not to drive those cars. How's that? That's our dynamic duo.
Yeah, so we saw the second accident of the day there on the Degna corners. So yeah, for me that is going to be a hot spot on the race for accidents. And as we said, maybe it's going to be a lot of action on the chicane and on the first corner, which is very tricky because you want to turn in without braking. But if you have the RS, the rear is not going to stick, and you're going to have a massive spin. So yeah, you have to close manually the DRS. I think it's the only spot of the calendar where you have to do that. Yeah, it's pretty tricky and also annoying because you're not used to do that, and in qualifying you're thinking about where you're gonna brake or something like that, and yeah, you forget to close the DRS and you have an accident, and it's pretty annoying.
You don't have to have accidents that much. It's divided up into 5 sector times here. I believe it could be 6. I might be wrong. I think it's actually 6. You probably let me know, Alex, as we're watching Anthony crossing the line in the 09 car to set his flying lap time. What will it be right there? Bang, up at a P3. Not bad. Of course, provisionally. Good lap.
27 flat. I think, last season, Paul was 126, I think it was. I can't remember if it was high or low. But yeah, John Peter Bundy at the moment with 5 tenths gap to P2. And now it's just no difference with Oyvind Hageland, which set also a 26.2. So that's a great lap.
Yes, it is. Certainly is. I was just on board of him as he crossed the line. We'll go to old Jorge. There you go. I get that one corrected this time around, didn't I? Jorge Sanchez. Yeah, no, you could just do it anyway. But he's on a fly, as you can see. He's got some greens next to his name. We all know greens means he's on some personal bests.
He just have to brake one more time and be easy on the throttle of the last game. Let's see how it's done.
Yeah, onboard cockpit view too. So difficult view, of course, naturally, because the halo's in the way. If you've got VR, it doesn't. But we know some drivers do, some drivers don't. We know he's on a good lap here, so what will he improve to? Was he backed off before the line? He didn't want to set that one.
9. That's a great one.
Really? Yeah. I'm just getting used to where it all is. Of course, anybody else on a fly we should look at? How about Khan? I call him Khan, of course, that's his middle name. Because I always mess up his first and second name. He said it was fine.
He's with the medium tires, so that's
Oh! Yeah.
You don't have to be greedy with the throttle there. You run your lap. It's a shame. I was saying he's on the medium tires. He's going with the soft. So that's an interesting strategy for the race because you're going to be slower on qualifying and on the first laps. But in the long run, I think it's better to end on the soft tires with the grippy track. And you're going to be the quickest on track for sure.
Victor at the moment, so it's got a little bit of traffic up the road, but Victor's getting ready for his. That's the green car, as you can see. And Gun Sander managed to find his way up into P4. That's Sander. But I do apologise, he's cutting in a little bit in and out with the display there from spectator menu, as you can see. But he's actually, believe it or not, is on track. I'm just experiencing that with him, but hopefully it doesn't occur in the other drivers, as you can see at the moment there. That Victor Volvo is telling that car it's a little bit of an expensive lawnmower, my friend. It is green. It is a mean machine. He's backing off at the moment, isn't he? I think he's going back in the pit lane. What did he do wrong there? Why did Victor come back in the pit into the box and not commit to another lap?
Yeah, I think it all started with the gap with the car in front. It was too small, the gap, and you're going to be in the dirty air of the car in front. Yeah, you want to have like a 4-5 second gap with the car in front to not eat that dirty air. And I think that's what gave him that understeer on the exit of turn 2 and hit the grass and probably had enough track.
There you go. Thank you. That's what I'd like to ask a driver. At the moment, I don't think, Khan's going to set not a real fast lap that he wants. What about Anthony? Currently in 6th place there, the 09 car. He's going to be finishing off his lap to get his DRS app open. Not like Max Verstappen, not having any issues with his DRS this race. And he's done that lap. Let's see who else we could go on board with, because we still haven't yet to see Victor put a time in. Fella's still on a lap. Look at him. He's in the final sector now.
I think he's going slow,
preparating
for the lap he's going to take.
How about John Peter, the man that's currently on provisional pole at the moment? That's a 26.22. He's on a flying lap, but I don't know, mate. He's got a fast off first sector. We'll go on board with him, and you can kind of get an idea of if he's really pushing this one to try to defend his current fastest time.
Yeah, I think he is, because he was very aggressive on the spoon corner. He hit the apex perfectly. It's where you want to be. And very, very quick on this straight. See where he breaks.
Spot your brake. Well, that's hard to see without braking markers as well, too. How does he even know? Just muscle memory. Oh, there it is. Second spin. Yeah. Straight out of the corner. We saw a few drivers do that. They get a little greedy down the loud pedal, and then all of a sudden the car is into the barrier. But, however, it's qualifying, so you got time. You still have 11, actually about 8 minutes to go across the qualifying, sorry. So, you can get greedy.
You can get greedy. It's one of the good things of, he's getting out of the way because a car is coming for sure. Yeah, there he is. You can do that, but also if maybe if you are green on your delta, it's frustrating, and you're going to be maybe with more careful the lap after that. Maybe you lose some time there and not being aggressive enough. But every time you have a spin or an accident or something like that, you lose a bit of confidence. But also you learn how not to do a corner or something. So it's a trade-off that you want to find yourself in, but not in qualifying if you are hunting a good lap.
And you have it. You're absolutely right. Now, Ollie Colin Ollie. He's in P2 current at the moment. They're trying to see if anybody else is really. No, he's backing off on that one. Liam Kerr's yet to set a real competitive time for the Australian. Car 16, you can see the blue car there. He's got obviously the green and gold helmet, of course, representing Down Under. Let's see if we can bring the thunder from Down Under, my friend. Is he going to get ready for a flying lap, or is he going to park that car and go back to pit lane? I should go back to pit lane for now. Anybody else? Victor Bowler. Let's get to Victor Bowler. We know your fellow Spaniard. No, Victor's actually from who won last week, actually.
I think it was Victor, yeah.
In Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya. It's his home track.
Yeah, I was watching that on YouTube, that race, because I couldn't be on the commentator's booth. So yeah, he's I think he did P3 on the race before Barcelona. Yeah, he's on a good run.
Yep, he's the new smooth operator in town, my friend Alex. He's not the well. You've done more smooth operating than he has, but of course that's the Spaniard thing to say. Of course, as Victor is in P9, so that was his lap. But he was an out lap. Of course, he's come back on an out lap. Don't see anybody else on the flyer. What about Troy Banks? Is he going to come across the line and improve his time? He will. P10. Got to start another lap. He's actually got off there. Oh, he's gone off into the fence. I'm not quite sure if he got thrown off by the driver that was exiting the pit lane, which was Victor.
Paulo improved his time as well. He's now on the 26. But yeah, quite a few drivers on 26 high. Tyler P3 to Paulo P6 for cars with if you improve maybe a tenth and a half, you're going to improve with 2 or 3 positions. So that's crucial.
Yeah, Olive, just choosing some of these drivers as Oscar. It's just very hard for me to see anybody else with some really good flying times. Got to keep an eye on that for me. 126.22 is the mark to beat currently, held by John Peter. Right up the top of the timesheets there. Ollie there with that P2. 126.28, so it is very spicy up the business end. It's kind of, you get this, don't you, in the iRacing as to different to the F1 game, is usually a last across the line in the F1 game is usually the quickest, but in iRacing it doesn't necessarily. We found a pattern, haven't we, here at Any Store Racing? I think that some of the fastest times that people set are generally at the start of the session. Now towards the end of the session, you can see the yellows. Nobody's getting in the greens anymore.
Yeah, now that we are on the second to last round, I think we are. I can share a little secret. On the first season, the one I won, it was, as you said, because the track. I think we started on the early afternoon or something like that. I can't remember the exact hour. So the more you were on the simulator, the sun was going down, and the temperature was going down as well. So the more you have, the less temperature you have on track, it's better for on iRacing. As you were, as the time was going on with on qualifying, you were about to be quicker. And this time, I think the sun is set to the time. Sorry, is set earlier, and it's the other way around. The track is getting warmer and warmer, and it's worse for the grip. So yeah, you want to be the first one on qualifying and set your faster time on the first lap.
Well, that makes perfect sense then. Liam, but might be one of as he goes too deep. Through the final couple of X's to go back into the pit lane. Yeah, so see Tyler was actually improving on his time a little bit. Seeing anybody else isn't a flyer. What about man, I can't read these names from this far away. Exeter? Oh, that was gone. Actually, it is gone. It's Sander. There he is. Sorry, I'm looking up at my monitor that's really far away. He's going to finish this lap, tucked up against the wall, high-fiving his team. Will he improve, the Flying Dutchman? No, stays currently in P5, but this is his debut race. So far, that's not too bad, isn't it? Qualifying your P5 in your debut race in the league you've never raced in yet. It's pretty impressive. But, oh, can't stop. There he is. He's currently in P12. Benjamin's not set a time. I think Benjamin might be doing a last to first challenge, my friend. You know he's the leader. He's won the championship. The man that stole it away from you, unfortunately, because you couldn't be there to defend it. Would have been a good little showdown, wouldn't it, between yourself and Benjamin towards the end of the season? But it is what it is. Benny's wrapped it up. So Benny's going to do that last to first challenge like he did last week. Didn't quite get it, but he was certainly close.
Yeah, he had to take a late pit stop. I didn't know if maybe the tires were done or it was something to do with degradation or something like that. But yeah, he was. I think he was P3, P4 on some instances of the race. So yeah, that was a great recovery. Absolutely. I think it's going to be trickier here on Suzuka. It's a trickier to overtake. Yeah, it's going to be a great challenge for him.
And for us to watch, of course, as well, to keep it entertaining. Sure. We had a couple of safety cars last week, which we don't usually have. You saw that, right, mate? Like, a couple of really early safety cars. And, you know, for racing at the start of the season, didn't really get safety cars very often. So that was just first corner carnage, first and second corner carnage. And that threw a spanner in the mix, didn't it? It was a strategy with some of those drivers, but managed to claw their way back up. Some people had damage, they said, towards the end there. They were nursing for some time. Liam manages to go into P7. Let's have a look at Rodriguez. Or Jorge. He's got traffic. He's got traffic. I'm not quite sure if that wasn't a flying lap behind him. That would be Victor Bola. Let's see if Jorge can make his way up a little bit further up the grid there. Crosses the line. No, he doesn't look like. Stays P4 currently at the moment. And
it's weird. He doesn't have the DRS open. So I don't know. Maybe he forgot. That's going to be like 4-5.
There's a collision.
Ooh.
I don't know if you didn't know there, but I know that Victor Bola was on a flying lap. Liam Kerr goes up at a P3. The Aussie guy.
It's a nice lap.
Yeah, what about Troy Banks? He's the only one. He's left out. And this is pretty much it, guys, because, we're getting to the business end of qualifying now. The black Mercedes, the real Mercedes, DRS open around the final corner. Doesn't do a spin like we saw earlier there. A little bit too loud on the loud pedal, but once again, it's qualifying. You can wreck the car. It's perfectly okay. Just don't do it during the race. And he will go up into, stays in P8. I think it's only Sander left now across the line. And so his first qualifying session for Andy Store Racing on round 11. We only have one more round after this to go if he wants to join the team there and put a bit of the Dutch Army representation there. So in P6 for his first qualifying session. I think that's pretty much going to round it up, my friend.
Yeah, and he's less than a 10th for out of P4. So yeah, that's a great qualifying from him.
Yeah, we showed those qualifying results up in a second as I get a quick drink as we get ready for the race. You guys do out there as well in the YouTube chat. G'day. Those qualifying results come up in a second. They should. It's not allowing me just yet. But it will. When it decides to end the session officially. And it does it right now, right on cue. So there we go. If you'd like to read through those qualifying results there for us, please, Alex, because you're great with those names, a lot better than me.
So Jon Peter Ronda is going to be on pole position, followed by Oivind Howland. Liam Kerr, the Australian, is going to be P3, with Tyler Nersol alongside in P4. Jorge Sanchez is going to be P5, with Sander on P6. Anthony Serrano, the American, is going to be P7 with Paulo Lopez, the Portuguese driver, on P8. P9 is going to be Oscar Imonen. P10 for Victor Bolea, our last winner, last race. Trey Banks is going to be 11th. 12 for Jokan Goyen. Sorry if I said that wrong.
Yeah,
Benjamin Seast
yep.
on the last spot on 13th. He's going to try to win from the back of the grid.
Excellent. Exactly right. He's going to give that one a shot. Why not? The safety car will be driven, I believe, by one of our fantastic drivers this evening. We also have race control. And I believe it will be George, if I'm not mistaken, out there from race control. Not the Jorge, but the George. We're going to get ready to go racing, my friend. If I could find my mouse. So any minute from a standing start, we're going to have a race on our hands. You have the Biggles and you have Mr. Alex, the F1 champion from last season here in the commentary box with me, providing all that technical information and the excitement to get to call the race start, my friend. See how this pans out. You got the left and the right hand side, of course, for your track there. Starting, both our teammates, obviously in the same liveries, 83 and the 82 car. That's John to the right hand side and Ollie to the left hand. So we're going to get ready as we're gridding up to go racing here in Suzuka.
Green flag.
And we're off, my friend. We're absolutely off. Pedal to the metal. It's gas. And a pretty interesting start, too, in the background, as you can see. It looks like Victor Bola.
Victor was on the grass. Yeah, he has an awesome start. He has gained 6th position, as I can say. Also, I was watching for Benjamin. He's gone up to P10. A great start by Victor.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic start, of course, here from getting those positions as well as Victor. That's your position. Gainers and losers so far. Well, it is what it is. Of course, it's a race. Oh, there's a spin in the background. Who was that? I think that might be Troy Banks is out. Back in the pit lane. Does some damages.
Tricky. Also, with the medium tires, you have to hit them up a little bit more than
there it is.
Tires.
Yeah, straight on the loud pedal and a little bit too loud, and the tires that don't have the temperature into them. But Liam's up to P2 at the moment, my friend. Now the Aussie bringing it. It's really one of his best qualifying performances, I have to say, all season.
He's very quick. I can remember he won the first round of this season 2 championship. But yeah, he's quick and it's going to be a pain in the butt for John Peter and Oyvind. So yeah, game on.
It's good to see. And then you got Ollie and P3 Victor once again, and a great performance. Further back down, let's have a look at that actually. We got Paulo in the pit lane, must have got some damage, but look at this battle, my friend, here. Heating up there. Victor Bola, Ollie, and Tyler. There's that great little three-way squabble. And Sander actually just lurking in the background. We might actually go back to Sander. Yeah, he's the newcomer in town, and have a look at this. Already keeping it up with the big boys.
If he can find the spot to overtake, he can relax there, save the tires and look after them, and just avoid any accidents and maybe do a undercut is going to be the best way to overtake here in Suzuka, I think.
Oh, what? Sorry, an undercut? Did you say?
As when I race in the tires are going to be very grippy on the first lap. So yeah, you can go into the pits a bit earlier and just overtake the car in front. And if you think you're faster and you can do it, yeah, with whoa, and that's another spin on the spawn corner.
Yeah, that's Jorge, unfortunately. As we see two battles that are occurring at the moment. We're seeing Ollie trying to bring it here on, actually Anthony on Ollie. That's Ollie, you can see that in the McLaren livery. He's got Anthony behind him, and it's Benjamin up the road there. Let's go further up there because we have Tyler putting a bit of pressure there and Victor Bola. And there's Guns Sander lurking just in the background, the 19 car. So, yeah, he's appearing and disappearing, you see on the stream. Hopefully it's not throwing the drivers off.
And Benjamin has a clear track in front of him. We can see his lap times now. So, yeah, if he can stick on the back of Sander, he can catch that train up to P4. And, yeah, it's going to be... The more cars... the more cars you overtake is going to be difficult to overtake from that onward. So yeah, it's going to living up to his challenge.
It's getting close at the moment, isn't it? Victor is going to be Ollie. Sorry, is going to be the DRS train. That's Ollie currently running in P3 behind him. You can see Victor Bowler and Tyler, and we're on board with Tyler. As you can see that all the 4 cars there. And as I said, further down the road there will be Liam. And then John leading this race. G'day, Goldie, out there. Hope everything sounds good. Welcome along to the race. And what's happened here? Side by side, Liam's got John. Liam has got John. An overtake into the final couple of corners. I thought he had a bit of a gap there, mate. But what, do you think it was a little bit of a mistake made? You think, Alex? I didn't see anything off track, but yep. Straight into P1.
I think he sent it on the chicane. He didn't wait for the DRS, which I don't find it that powerful on this track. So yeah, if he has the pace now, he can go ahead and build some gap.
What an overtake! Obviously, and we've got half of it. We'll be able to go back to that one a little bit later. I'm not sure on the replays, but look at this battle still occurring at the moment. Tyler still can't find a way past Victor Bowler. And Victor Bowler, of course, is the man that came off the Spanish win at home in Barcelona last week, on Monday. So he's off a win. So he's not going to yield this one. Gun Sander at the moment, as Sander making a run on the outside.
That's perfect for Victor because he's going to build a gap there.
And guess who's lurking in the background? Mr. Benjamin, the man that's won the championship at the moment, just having lost the first challenge, up 6 positions. Taking it easy, of course. He's not taking any risk in it for the biscuit because, of course, it's the start of the race, and he knows, you don't win a championship, do you? He's going to go for it anyway. On Sander, who's appearing and disappearing there as a ghost. Once again, does that occur for the other drivers? I hope it doesn't. He's on the soft tyres too, as you mentioned. Yeah.
Benjamin is the only one that cannot do the undercut because he's going long with those medium tyres. So yeah, he has to sit there and wait.
Yeah, but patience is virtual, isn't it? Because everybody has to make a pit stop, and he's got the pace and the patience. That's it. And that's the battle you can see currently at the moment. I'll put the battles box up. And we can see the multiple battles that are occurring on track here for Anti-Stall Racing. Round 11 of the F1 series here at Suzuka. Only one more to go. Classic Interlagos. We're going to go to Carnival territory when we head down to South America, but that'll be after this race. And we'll go sit at the... I hope you can join me, my friend Alex. We can sit at the Lone Pine Tree. That's around turn 11 there, and we can sip some pina coladas. And there's Benjamin making a run now. He's already got past Sander, and now he wants a bit of Tyler. Oh no, Sander can take this one back. No, he's compromised his exit.
We had a car out of the track on the hairpin.
Totally.
And he's done the move on the acceleration phase after the hairpin. That's a great, very very nice move there. It's not easy to do that. Maybe he didn't drain out of battery and can stick.
Collision!
Oh, contact!
Yep. Let's go!
Will be a safety car for sure. Yeah.
That's Sander, and Sander's car went absolutely ballistically flying. That's a little bit unfortunate for him. In his first race. I'm not sure if we want to actually have a look at face cam on that, but let's have a look at it anyway. Face cam. Let's have a look how it feels to be inside that car when you're about to flip at 100 million miles an hour. I think he was making a move here. This is a replay. Let's have a look. That was down the main straight. Now, it's cutting in and out because it's just the way that his car's been disappearing. You can see that. There was a contact with that car.
Yeah, maybe something with
and then he goes,
with the net code, with this car.
And he goes flying around a million miles an hour, of course. It is what it is. Let's have a look. Do we have the safety car out? Was that confirmed or not? Didn't see race control on that one.
Well, I think that the gaps are staying, so I don't think there's a safety car on track.
So Liam leading from John and Ollie. There's your top three. And you can see the teammates are behind the Australian driver at the moment, so whether they'll work together strategy-wise, you can see they're both on the soft tyres.
Now the gap is almost 1 second, so yeah, if John loses the DRS, it's going to be half of the race done for Liam.
And it's still going at the moment there between Benjamin and Victor now. Let's see how much of a fight. Not much of a fight put up, I don't think there is it. Last of the late breakers there. Benji gets the job done on Victor, or yes, he does.
Yeah, but now he has DRS, so...
Oh
no!
That's too greedy, I think. Wasn't that, Victor? Is that the same? We saw that during the practice session, didn't we, guys? And the qualifying.
Yes.
That final corner is getting him, catching him off guard.
Yeah, I think he was maybe focusing on the DRS and maybe touch the grass a little bit, just enough to spin the car.
Well, it is unfortunate, but you're still in the race. You kept it out of the fence, so he doesn't have any damage. Just a bit of pride that's been damaged, of course. Still battle your way back up. As I'm not sure what lap we're on. I keep showing the session state. It keeps hiding, but there it is. I'll put it back up again. My apologies. It's a time to race as well as laps. Go ahead.
So Benjamin now still has a clear air in front of him. He overtook those 3 cars in the span of 2-3 laps. It was much quicker than I expected. So he's now on the alternative strategy with the medium tires, and it's going to be super quick at the end with the soft tires. So yeah, it's going to be something to watch for the strategy going into Benjamin's game. So yeah, the gap is now 7.5 seconds to Oivin. 7.5 is with the leader. But yeah, let's see how are his lap times.
Looks like his teammate might be going a little bit quicker behind him there. If Ollie, you can see the lap times between Ollie and Mr. John Peter. There's your comparison between them as we're on board with Ollie. And you can see a little bit up and a little bit down in his laps consecutively, 5, 6, and 7, the recent laps.
These corners don't want to be losing position with an accident or something like that, and just, as we said, play the patience game. Maybe put Liam under pressure with 2 cars. You can maybe go 3 laps or 2 laps earlier with the undercut and put pressure onto Liam's race, and just force him to be early on the pit, and maybe on the last laps he's going to struggle with that medium tire. But I think it was Suzuka was one of the circuits that wasn't that close with the strategy. So yeah, you have maybe 2-3 laps leeway to switch. And I think Hoyvin heard me. I think he's on the stream because he's in the pits now.
Yeah, they're in the pit line as well too. Tyler, both of them coming in. I think he got in just a bit earlier. Tyler's followed him in later. So keep an eye on those pit stop times there to show you a little bit later. Once they do that. And John Peter's still applying a little bit of pressure there on the moment of Liam, the race leader. It's going to be up to who's going to pit between those 2 drivers this evening, because they're on soft tyres each. You get an idea of those pit stop times too, as I'll show them up.
And everyone that Peter has clean air in front of him, so they're going to be as quick as they can with those fresh tires. And I think if P1 and P2 don't pit now, they're going to be in trouble with Toybin.
And the pit stop times are pretty much even Stevens as well too, that I can see between everybody.
Let's see if Liam or John Peter are going to beat. It's going to be interesting to see this. So
They're both coming
pit.
in. Yes. Now, that's going to be interesting. So, Benjamin still hasn't boxed. Let's have a look where Ollie is. Now, have a look at Ollie, because we're going to keep an eye on them. Ollie, on the track map, mate. He's coming around the final couple of corners now. Will they come out ahead?
I think it's going to be pretty even. I think maybe he's going to be in front. They are going right now 60 kph on the straight.
Out of the pit lane. And they have cleared just... Wow. So the undercut did not pay off. So they're essentially our race leaders, of course. Liam's come back out ahead. But he does have traffic up the road.
And that's
not traffic, actually. That's Victor. That's Victor on the older tyres. So he has to get past them legitimately. There is no blue flags waved.
Yeah, that's somewhere that you don't want to be. The car in front has very old tires. And you have also to be concentrating because he can have now an accident maybe with the lack of grip. So yeah, it's not easy to be in that position. Also, this track is not wide enough to make a move easily. Yeah, Liam did it there. It's perfect because he's now an obstacle for both John Peter and Oyvind. Now he can build maybe a gap of 1 second and be DRS free.
Yeah, he's got to get that done too because he's got both of those teammates there, John and Ollie. As you can see them line us down. Obviously, we believe they're teammates because they're same livery, but it looks like they're battling it out together. They haven't tangled, but they've got Victor Bolo, remember, up the road there, is trying to stretch those medium tyres, soft tyres to go as far as he possibly can. Looks like Oscar's gone in just up the road. So that's only allowing Benjamin left. Benjamin and this man, Victor Bolo, you can see there, yet to make a pit stop. But Victor's covering off as much as he possibly can. Trying the best, but those medium tyres are just so much more grippy, aren't they? And that will allow John Peter to go through there. And can his teammate, Ollie, a little bit further down the road, can he try to get something done here?
But now Liam has more than a second gap, so yeah, that's huge for the Australian.
Yeah, a little bit of gap is what you want to have. This could be his race to win. As things are heating up a little bit here around Japan, where you know, those times, so those trains in Japan, mate, are on average about 17-second delay, believe it or not, across to Japan. That's not bad, isn't it, for your public transport system? Pretty impressive. Something like that. There's so much traffic there, of course, on the vending machines are absolutely everywhere you want. In fact, it's actually quite interesting in Japan too, mate, because you don't, when you go to purchase something at counters and stuff like that, you actually go to a vending machine first to basically buy your order. You order it, and then you hand the ticket over to somebody at the counter. So there's no money exchange generally with most things. It's all done with machines. There's an overtake done there, finally, I think it will be. So it took Ollie a little bit more time.
I think Victor surrendered there.
Yeah,
it's
gone in the pit lane.
It's the wisest thing to do.
He's nearly the last. Benjamin's going out there, mate. What do you think Benjamin's tyres would be currently on the mediums? Started on those mediums, lost the first challenge.
I was watching that. He has done a 130 flat, and Liam and Peter were on the high 28s. So yeah, I think it's not going his way, but remember that on the last maybe 10, 12 laps, going to feed the soft tires, and he's going to be maybe 1 second, maybe 0.7 seconds faster a lap than Liam, John, and Oyvind. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's the long game, what matters.
And just look at the pit stop times that are currently there at the moment, and it looks like. And we're looking at, well, Benjamin's still yet to box, of course. And there's Kurt. I'm not sure if it's showing you the time specifically. I really can't see it from here. We've got pit stop time and pit lane time, so, yeah.
Now they want to jinx it, but a safety car now, it's going to be easier for Benjamin if he wants to win, because he's going to be packed with the cars behind him now, and then he's going to be behind maybe P4 if he pits now. But the safety car is going to regroup every driver.
Let's go on board the nose cam there of John Peter, who's got Liam up the road. That's provisionally P1 and P2 as Benjamin still leads the box. Now Benjamin is about 2 seconds down the road, so not enough time to come in and out of pit stop. There's still plenty of time in this race to stretch those mediums to the end, do a splash and dash, I guess you say, change over to the soft tyres. But he has to allow himself enough time to get the overtakes done, which usually, as you said, around here is pretty difficult. But today it's actually quite impressive. We have seen a few of those overtakes.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was a battery difference or something like that, but yeah, we saw quite a few overtakes here.
Let's have a look at the lap time comparisons between these two drivers. As you can see, it looks like Liam's taking a little bit of time out of him, mate. Look at those last couple of laps there. Unless it's the other way around, he's taking time out of Liam. I'm not sure which way that pans out, actually. Is it? He's taking time out. No.
He's wide.
Yeah.
It was wide on that spawn corner, which is not ideal. Yeah, he's now losing track with John. Maybe he's settling with that P4, which is going to be P3, sorry, with Benjamin pits. But yeah, he wants to keep those tires alive when Benjamin comes, because he's going to pass him very easily with the soft tires at the end.
We have a crash from Subby too. Let's have a look at the replay of that. That might have been Oscar. Let's have a look. What happened here? That is Oscar. You can see the McLaren livery car. Now, who's he battling it out with, or has he just lost it himself? That's Victor Bola. Behind him. He must have gone, there he is. He snatched it, didn't a little bit on the chicane. I was about to say, because Victor's actually showing in the telemetry that he's above him, and that's it. That's a little mistake, isn't it? Just a little snap. But explain what happened there to Oscar.
It's a tricky curve because with the low right height, with the purposing, when you lose the downforce behind below the car, like you bottom the rear of the car with the curve, and your rear tires are not in contact with the track anymore. It's like you're just sliding, and you cannot control the rear. So yeah, it's you want to be either on the left or the right hand side of that curve, and avoid bottoming the car on the rear.
Oh, and that's actually put him into the clutches right now of Khan. As you can see, Khan now starting to gain those positions there, as obviously Oscar had to try to get that car back up, and the tyre temperatures cooled down, and his head cooled down, of course, after a bit of a spin. And now, obviously, we'll put him into the clutches once again of Mr. Khan, who wants to take this position away. They've made their pit stops. Everybody's made their pit stops, apart from Benjamin, that's still leading this race, going deep into those, because he started on the medium tyres. He has to go to the softs or the hards. No doubt he'll go to the softs, as you'd imagine. It'd be pointless him going to the hard tyres. And that's your current battle at the moment. Let's have those lap times between them. Well, that's obviously not really 100% representative, because of the fact that we did see, obviously, Oscar go off track. Somebody's in the pit lane right now. That's Tyler Nelson. That's a second pit stop for the American driver. Why do you think he's boxing there now? Oh, he's got no front wing. That's it.
Okay.
He has no front wing. That kind of makes a difference to why he's boxing. He must have lost that somewhere. I'm going to see if I could find out where. Let's have a look. Tyler went off track, so let's have a look at this, where he went off track specifically, and find out what happened. There was a few moments ago. There it is, deep, isn't it? Bang! Oh, and it's also not a place you want it to go deep, because straight into that barrier on your left-hand side. That's the reason why. Mr. Tyler, and Benjamin's in. And he's in. For his pit stop, his one and only.
Going to be for sure P4. I think the gap were not high enough, but he's going to be on the soft tires, and it's going to have the boost of confidence of making the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who even clear Victor. Victor's coming down the main straight now, I believe. No, I might be wrong. Actually, it's a little early on that track map. Yeah, so it should be fine for Benny to come back out there as he has, and Benjamin resume back out into P4. He's got a bit of work to do, but he's got soft tyres, and we'll keep an eye on his times. Still at the moment, Leon leading this race. He's got about an 8-second and change gap to, I believe, as well. Actually, about one or 2 seconds gap to Mr. John behind him. And Ollie in P3. That's your current positions here on the grid for our penultimate round of Formula 1 season here at Anti-Stall Racing. Any other sponsors you'd like to mention out there? Anything? You know, we do have obviously the GT3 series coming up soon, so you're gonna get your subscriptions out there, guys. For that, looks like Tyler might have come off track somewhere. Let's have a look at what happened there. As Tyler's not having the best of days. Has he just made an extra pit stop? Does he come off again somewhere after that pit stop? Oh, he's just run a little deep here. And this time, yeah.
It also has slowdown, so yeah, it's not where you want to be.
Anthony's crashed somewhere. Let's have a look at Anthony. Currently running out in P11. He's gone into pit lane too, so he must have got damage here. Let's have a look. This is the replay before he's gone in the pits. He's got out of the final Daytona turn, isn't it? Underneath the bridge there, of course, it's a figure 8, and that's where he's lost his front wing. That's the reason why he's in the pit lane. It looks like Polo's crashed as well. So we're starting to get crashes everywhere. What's happened to our Portuguese driver? He's in P9. Does he get damage? We're on board. Another replay again.
And on the spawn corner, it's in everyone.
Yeah, there it is. Snatched it again, isn't it? On the chicane. He's kept it out of the barrier. He's lost a position, but he doesn't have damage. That's Tyler that just drove past him. Now Tyler, we know that just had a pit lane and had an excursion himself, but that's tyres coming into play, I think. What is it? What is the reason it's causing these gladiators at the moment, mate, that are spicing things up?
Temperature rising and having less and less wear on the rear tires. And also, yeah, if you hit that curve in the wrong position, it's going to be game over for the rear grip. So yeah, you're going to have a stand there.
At the back of the field, at the moment we've got Victor Bowler. It was on the back of Benjamin there for a second. It was the other way around, sorry. It's the other way around. So Oscar on Victor. There it is. Yeah, have a look at those lap times between them, mate. I'll show it up as well. Show up the battles.
We are doing 130s and Benjamin is doing 128 flat. So it's 2 seconds a lap for Benjamin. So it's game on the top.
Loving it. I'm loving it. Yep, racing around Japan, mate. It's
also,
fast and furious.
To have one eye behind me because it's going for it as well.
Three-way battle here. That is currently a battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th positions, as you can see on the scoring board, on the score table. G'day out there. Don't forget, we do have GT3 coming up soon too, guys, so sign up for that. If you want to find out, look in the website there. All the information is provided underneath the description there, but sign up for the GT series. Is about to start soon for the new second round, I think, of the GT series, so get in there if you like the GT cars. Now, what do you do in this situation? As Oscar's kind of like a little bit of the, sitting in the middle there. He's got Cullen just in the background. He's got Victor up the road. Does he just bide his time, or when does he get the overtake done?
If you can, avoid looking at the mirror and just focus on the car in front.
Well, what about just there?
Done.
Yeah, and that's actually because it was Benjamin that went very deep, wasn't it? It has. Or was it Victor? Victor.
Yes.
Victor. Yeah. And because Victor went very, very deep, it just allowed him to slide on through. Unless he kind of did that a little bit as a lifting, I'm not quite sure why he would. But it's allowed Khan to come into play at the moment. Also joining the party would be Tyler. Now, Tyler, remember down the road, mate, after his extra pit stop changing his front wing, he's got some fresh boots on. He's looking pretty pacey.
With fresh tires and a boost of confidence, it's a great cocktail to be in. And yeah, he's going to be on the DRS train now and just focus on the car in front. Forget about behind. Victor, I think, is losing a bit of ground with the car in front, and yeah, Ngokan is going to go for it for sure.
Yeah, I'm on board right now with Victor. We're looking over his rear wing, and you can see the 2 cars behind. He's really mainly battling with, because we saw Oscar got the overtake done just before, and he's moved up there. The 97 car, it's P5. Still not much change at the moment there at the front, although we might see a little bit of an inter-team battle.
Right behind Oyvind. Benjamin is right behind Oyvind. I think he's going to be on the DRS zone right now. There he is.
Yep, there he is, you're right.
See how he accelerates, and if there is a massive difference on the grip.
There's going to be a massive difference with that DRS. It's about 17 kilometers an hour extra speed. He's going to have fully send it through turn 1. Doesn't go too deep.
Sure.
And that's a sign of a true champion, isn't it, my friend? You've won the championship last season. This man's won up the championship this season. Oh, it would have been good to see you guys go tooth and nail towards the end of these last couple of races, but it is what it is. You certainly held most of the... You beat Benji, I'd have to say. It was a good little interwar between you at the start of the season, you and Benji, and of course you came off a little bit ahead in that one until, unfortunately, once again you got house repairs. Oh, a bit of a twitch at the moment there, wasn't it? From Ollie in the background. Lucky to keep that out of the fence. So yeah,
that's some Scandinavian controls over the rear of the car, which always come in very handy.
Yeah, man. The Scandinavians can drive on ice, can't they? They can keep that car.
Yeah, I usually do also rallycross on iRacing just for fun.
Victor's coming back at the moment now on Oscar.
Yeah, so, maybe with the DRS, or maybe he deployed the battery a lot on the lap before, and now he has it on the sweet spot, and he has a lot of battery to deploy and overtake him.
Yes, good racing. Good racing is like we want to see. How about a bit of static camera as they're going to drive over the chicanes. Oh, it's definitely going side by side here now.
Side by side. And now is the important part. Be the first one on the throttle. Remember, no DRS on this straight, but you're going to have DRS on the start and finish straight.
Look how it feels to be in the car. Let's go cockpit cam on board right now with Victor and show you how much you can really see it driving from his point of view. It looks easy when we're looking at all the fly cameras and stuff like that, guys, and trackside cameras, but be inside this Formula 1 car right now, 7th gear, and you can look at this. These mirrors. He had to look it around. We're going to have to show you an external camera, of course, because otherwise you're not going to see it, but that's an overtake done. I think he timed his DRS and the ERS deployment, but I tell you one thing right now, Oscar's not going to get this one up too easy, mate.
He's going to be saving battery now and having the go with the DRS on the next lap. So he has to stick behind his gearbox and just do as Victor did the lap before. You have to do it once again the next lap.
Let's have a look what happened. I see Paulo Lopez has crashed somewhere. And let's find out what happened with our Portuguese driver. He hasn't been the best of days at the moment, currently rallying P9. Anthony also had an off-track moment. He's crashed and he's in the pit lane. But let's see what happened here. The Portuguese driver. Has he snatched it again on the outside of there? There it is. It is same thing, isn't it, mate? It's a carbon copy right there. It's like somebody put some butter down, haven't they? Right, they just like greased it.
It's one of those tricky corners where you can lose the rear, and yeah, when you definitely lose it, it's hard to be on that position.
Have a look at Benji. He's caught John. And we know Ben wants to last the first challenge. You said he was going to put those fresh boots on. He's going to be quick. He is quick, mate. He is absolutely quick. And now he's got traffic of John. And can he do this?
More time he is behind another car. It's punishing his tires, and it's going to be worse if he wants to battle with Liam, which is 3 seconds ahead.
You know he wants to win. No. You know it's a sign of a true champion. And it looks like he's got the job done. If he can make it stick, don't go too wide right there. On that chicane, so obviously, saw his spin. You notice he kept it way away from that chicane as he took that overtake. I think he got the memo, didn't he, from the paddock that stay away from that.
But John Peter is going to have DRS now, so just don't lose your mirror.
Yeah. You got to fight back, don't you? Look at that. He's got a little bit too greedy on the chicane there. It's bounced the car around. Has that compromised Benji's exit? It might have. It looks like it has. DRS is open. Here we go. He's going to have to deploy every battery he can right now to defend against John.
On the outside, that's a great overtaking spot. Yeah. Nice one, John.
Yeah, got it back. Yeah, Benji's not going to be happy about that, but I'll tell you one thing Benji's going to be happy about. Wheel-to-wheel racing. Loves it, doesn't he? You love it. Don't you love getting overtakes and being overtaken? You don't like getting overtaken, of course. But when you get overtaken by somebody who does a brilliant move, you feel good about it. You're like, you know what? You got me. That was good. I'll take it.
Yeah, you know, that's...
And then you do it again yourself.
That's why you spend a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of resources on this hobby. Of course, you want to win. This is great for Liam because he's building a gap. When you have one of those races fighting with another driver, another car, a driver that you know that is a fair racer, it's something unforgettable. It's the best feeling. I think it's why we all race. Yeah, you can win alone, like Michael Schumacher did a lot of times. Yeah. But this is what you really love.
Yeah, this is what you love at the moment too. An overtake, perhaps.
Look, he's raising the throttle because he wants the DRS. It's like Verstappen and Leclerc. Yeah,
it's great wheel-to-wheel racing. Because the only thing you don't want to do, touch wood, is you don't want to take each other out. But they want to have bumping and grinding and elbows out, but they don't want to be, spinning around the wrong direction. But hey, it's motor racing. Benjing up at a P2 now. John's cost a little bit of time, hasn't he, out of that one?
And now with the soft tires, he's going to build a gap to avoid giving DRS to John. So now it's just a matter of if he gets Liam.
And go back to the midfield, my friend, because there's still a battle continuing out there with Victor Bola, Oscar, and Khan a little bit further down the road. And also Paulo might have been joining this party. Actually, no, it hasn't. It's Khan. So it's Ollie, Victor, Oscar. That's the 4 cars you can see, the 3 cars and the 4th in the background. Here it is once again, isn't it? Victor Bola is in all the wars. The Spaniard who won the last race. He wants to get more points. He wants to continue this nice little run that he's been doing.
Yeah, let's see what he does. He chooses to be on the inside, but with the DRS, I think maybe 2 cars are going to overtake him. It's going to be very close. On the outside, wow. Going to stick on the move. It's going to be too wide. It's Victor at the front. Nice one. It's a pretty nice battle between the two of them.
And it ain't over yet, of course, because that DRS is going to return the favour around again. Welcome to Formula One here at the Anti-Stall Racing. This is the penultimate round of the season. We're going to Brazil for the final round. The championship's been wrapped up by Benjamin, who's going to be chasing down Liam, who's leading this race. But this is a battle for the midfield, as you can see, occurring there between Ollie, Victor, Oscar, all battling it out. Tooth and nail. Victor trying to do the best that he can, coming off his win at Barcelona. We got... So, yeah, Victor trying to get past Ollie. He got the other flying Finn just further down the road that we're actually on board with, so you can see. That is the one with the McLaren livery. That's Oscar. Lots of camera angles to keep up all this action. A few people back in the pit lane. Anthony back in the pit lane. They have some damages. We got Jorge and Sander all at the back there in the pit lanes. Visiting there a few times with some damage, but still, I think they're still in the race.
Yeah, Victor has compromised his run out of the last corner, so yeah, he's going to be maybe defending now a bit of hard. Yeah, gained too wide in the first corner, but I think Oscar is in front right now. Yeah.
So how long is this going to continue for? You're burning through your tyres, of course, as you're doing it.
It's a moment that you don't care about the tires. You care about being in front and having fun, as we said before, and not losing DRS and sticking. If they're going to be too wide on the Degna curve. And yeah, that was a massive moment for the two of them.
Yeah, you also got you got Khan lurking in the background, doing a good driving performance, I'd have to say, for him.
So I think we got a white flag, as I'm seeing right now on the telemetry, and Benjamin is 1.5 seconds behind Liam. Yeah, maybe battling with John Peter avoided him to do to complete his challenge from last to first. It's going to be very, very, very close.
Yeah, but a white flag situation. Is it going to be enough? He's got traffic. He has to clear the traffic. He has.
He has the battery. I think he can done it on the last chicane.
Benjamin, you better not be stealing the Australians win here away from you, Benny. Otherwise, I'll be talking to you down in the pit lane in a bit. But you go for it, my friend. It's racing, of course. Hey, if Leon's going to win, Leon will have to defend the champion for this season. All his way for the final lap. He's going to have to bring everything. Bring some of that Vegemite to the party, mate. But it's too late.
Liam has to do two things. Just park it in the middle of the chicane and just don't lose it on the acceleration. That's all you have to do to win this race.
Come on. Bring it there for Alan Jones, the Australian, and Jack Brabham, 2 Australian champions. You're not going to be the champion of the season, but you're certainly going to be the man that's going to be across Japan in the time zone of Australia. The Aussie's done it. Liam has held off. Benjamin's lost the first challenge there to win the race. That's an Aussie, oi, run for sure. Congratulations, Liam. Benny there in the P2. John and his teammate, Ollie, will finish up the third and fourth, considering they started in second and third. Victor Bowler will still get back there and finish that car. The Spaniard
on the spawn corner. Yeah. I think he has built enough gap to not be worried.
Yeah, final couple of corners to go for these guys, and I think that's pretty much a nice little gap they're going to have. They're going to have only, give or take, maybe 12 drivers that finish the race. And then they will cross each other across the line there. So Victor beats Oscar. He's happy.
He has all the rights to be happy. He was, I think he was P10 on the start and gained 5-6 position even on the first corner. So yeah, it's something you can be happy about. So.
Well, you can be happy if you're this man in the green and gold, the Thunder from Down Under. It's Australia, and that man is called Liam Kerr. Has won. He's won one of those classic ones in Japan, isn't it? It's a track once again. It's in his time zone, so he's used to this. It's easy. He can watch a Formula 1 race at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you guys have to get up at crazy hours in the morning or late at night to watch a race. Not Liam has to worry about. The man has done it, and he's done everything he needed to do. But that's pretty much a perfect drive, wasn't it? I mean, he started in P3. He got the pit stop done when he needed to. He's avoided that challenge right towards the end there of Benjamin. And that's not an easy challenge, but Benny probably didn't have enough time, didn't he? If he allowed himself a few more laps, he might have had the ability to steal this one away from him.
Yeah, maybe if he didn't have the fight with John, which overtook him back on the main straight, I think maybe he could have been one lap at least. Fighting with Liam. And also if you were Liam with the medium tires and knowing that Benjamin is on the first tire, it's going to be really psychologically hard position to be in.
Absolutely. G'day out there, Ed. We miss you too, Ed, in the casting box there. He says, well, it's the best thing to hear on a Monday evening. Thank you very much, myself there, and Alex, our legend, our previous championship leader. Well, I was a championship leader, of course, went to Benjamin, but the previous world champion of anti-store racing. We'll get those results coming up for you in a second as we have a nice little helicopter pan angle there of this beautiful track. Of course, it's built in as a motorway track, as a motor course. A test track for Honda back in the day here at Suzuka. So you know they can throw those motorbikes around here. I'll tell you what, you can certainly throw those Formula 1 cars around this track too. Figure 8, the only figure 8, of course, in the Formula 1 calendar currently at the moment. Apologies for those graphics kind of a bit glitchy for the grandstand. I'll talk to somebody about that. I have everything cranked up to the best. Those results should come in soon, I'd hope. They should. It takes a little while as it's all crunching the numbers. Yeah, don't forget, guys, GT3. Click the button down there. sign up to the Discord, sign up to the website. GT3 is starting soon, the new season, so get in there, register if you want to be a part of that GT3 party. Some great tracks too. Not sure if we can go over those tracks specifically while we're waiting, but there are some classics in there, and there's some tracks out there that some people aren't unnecessarily usually familiar with the GT3s, but certainly spice things up. As we're still waiting for the results to come in. If it does, my friend. If it does. It should. I'm pretty new to this. It's not giving me any of those results. We could just keep it up there on the race thing. What'd you think about that one, Alex? Like, was that kind of something you were thinking there? Those strategies there? Softs, mediums to softs. Somebody even went on hards. I think it was Troy Banks there at the end.
Yeah, the hards are a bit useless on iRacing, at least on 50% length races. So it's something that you get out of the equation. And with the soft and the medium, it's something that you have to make a trade-off. You know, if you qualify on the soft, you're going to be quick, or you're going to be on your spot on the grid. But yeah, if I also like to check if everyone, maybe or anyone that I'm fighting, is doing an alternative strategy. Yeah, normally medium soft is the fastest one at the end of the day. But also you have to overtake a lot of cars. You have to avoid incidents on the first lap. And yeah, everything has to go your way. Maybe if there is a safety car in Suzuka, you cannot put the soft tires on lap one and take them to the finish. Yeah, it's a gamble if you to start on the medium tires. Yeah, for Benjamin, it worked pretty well because there wasn't a safety car, and he almost managed to complete his challenge.
Let's see if we can hear from those gladiators this evening, obviously, for the interviews, so please don't go anywhere. We're just going to mute a little bit for a second as we get a bit of a breather and have a chat to those drivers, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. Go ahead.
So yeah, we're here with Liam and Benjamin, our P1 and P2 of the race of today. Yeah, we can bring Benjamin first, and I'll leave Liam for later. So Benjamin, talk us through your race.
Well, yeah, I wanted to do the last to first challenge-ish. It didn't really work last time, so I tried it again, and that was such a thrill. That was so fun. I'm absolutely sweating everywhere. It was a blast. It was such a fun race. Yeah, I went mediums and then softs. Tried to catch up to the three ahead. Managed to get Oyvind and Jan Peter, but Liam was too quick for me.
Do you think the fight with John cost you the race? Because I think he overtook you back with 3-4 laps to go.
Yeah, he did
And-
overtake me back, which was very unlucky. I think if I would have stayed ahead, I could have competed with Liam more. Had more time to fight him. But yeah, it was just unfortunate. But I'm so glad that I got second. So I'm not mad or anything.
Yeah, I was saying before the race that it's one of the hardest track to do this challenge because it's not wide enough. The DRS is not that powerful sometimes on this track. Yeah, maybe with well for sure the strategy come into play with soft first tires at the end. But yeah, it was a hell of a challenge, and you were less than a second away to take that. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, if I had
congratulations,
like
Benjamin.
probably a lap more, maybe I could have gotten Liam. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
I
he
would
can
think it
tell.
maybe a lap or so more, but then I would have been upset with you, my friend, because I'd be like, don't get my Australian driver about to win this race. So yeah, it is. So that's it. Yeah. Anyway, good mount, good challenge. We expect that from you, my friend. You're a championship leader, of course. You're the man that's wrapped up the championship, and I'm in the booth with 2 champions now for anti-stall racing. Alex last season, of course, and Yield this season. One more to go, mate. What do you feel, real quick there before we go over to our winner here this evening? How are you feeling about Brazil Carnival atmosphere, the last race?
Brazil, I'm also excited for. Maybe I'll also try to do a challenge. Maybe not.
All
Who
right.
knows? I'm definitely very quick in Interlagos, so the other drivers they should not expect any less from me.
All right. Well, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see next week. Thank you very much there, Benjamin.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of Interlagos, if you want to go green and gold, my friend, look at the green and gold helmet on Liam, because that man has done it. The Australian Thunder from down under, cracking his way like a thunderstorm that I have in the background across there. Liam, congratulations, mate. How does it feel? How's the Vegemite? How's the taste of the top step?
Oh, it's great. I haven't been up here for a while, and I've had quite a few unlucky races, so I'm very happy with this race. And just want to say congrats to Ben, because that was incredible pace. I was very surprised that you were managed to get past John and then catch up to me at the end of the race. It was quite impressive.
And I think
you.
what's impressive as well, and that's good sportsmanship, is as Alex said, he came out of that pit lane. It was a bit tricky, wasn't it? Those you guys are top 3. You were battling it out with both John and Ollie. That were the teammates. You managed to box. One of you both guys boxed at the same time. I think it was either John or Ollie that boxed a lap earlier, and they came out behind. So, but you cleared that traffic, I think, wasn't it? There, Alex. Liam cleared that traffic pretty early there, and they built you up that nice gap there to allow those other 2 drivers to kind of like fill it out behind. Is that, you think, one of the keys to you regaining the lead of the race and making your way through?
Yeah, getting past the lap. Well, I wouldn't really say lap traffic. It was
was it?
more
No, it was
just-
a Victor
it was
Victor
just
Bolo, wasn't it?
traffic.
Older tires.
Yeah, as soon as he pulled out, that was a bit stressful, and immediately got on the radio for him to jump out the way. Because I was managing a lot of things at the end of the race. Last lap, I had my spotter warm me up tires, so I was a bit worried of getting a puncture on the last lap. But other than that, it was relatively stress free.
And well, Alex, you're a true champion. Obviously, how did you think from this champion drive there from Liam? He did everything right. I mean, he gained a couple of positions as well until he started P3.
Yeah, I was about to ask how was the start because he started P3 and I think he got the P2 on the first lap and gained the lead on P3. Took us through that, Liam.
The start, my initial start, like the getaway, I was pretty happy with, but the second phase I got a little bit of wheel spin, but the start was pretty much the best I could have got it, so I was very happy with that, and I was glad that I was able to get in front of the leader before my tires went off and dirty air behind him, so that was a big relief.
So yeah, congratulations on as Beagle said, it was a perfect race. Yes, you have a man on a mission behind, but yeah, the white cam and the checkered flag came, and it is what it is. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, mate, I'm gonna get down there and buy you a carton mid-strength or something like that. I don't know, whatever it is. I don't say Foster's, but and then obviously going into the green and gold, as I mentioned, but obviously the green, gold, and blue will be the flag down, obviously still down under, south of the equator there in Brazil. How's your Interlagos? How are you feeling there for the final round?
I'm really excited for that track. I love that track, and if I remember, I think my pace was good there, so hoping for another good weekend, maybe a podium.
Maybe another race win, back to back. It'd be a good way to end the season. Bring it to bring it to Benjamin. Benjamin out there is going to be, sniffing your gearbox in the mirrors, perhaps. But you can reverse that one. Benji, you might be doing a last to first challenge. Who knows? But you can win. And you have proven today that you'll win. So the 16 car of Liam Kerr. Congratulations, mate. As I said, it's good to see Australians on the top step of the podium. Hope to see more of it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Alex, thank you very much for the casting in the booth with me this evening. Obviously, Gerald out there is at work at the moment, and all you guys out there in the YouTube chat, thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, more racing to come here at Any Store Racing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and be a part of that GT3 series, man. It's starting soon, so you're going to run out of time. You want to get your car, get your driver number, and all that sort of jazz set it up before the new season. Alex, yep, mate, another one bites the dust. Per se, another one to go.
Yeah, on to Brazil. Hopefully, if I can join, I'm going to be here as well. As long as I cannot drive my racing rig down on my old house. Yeah, I'm going to be enjoying this kind of races because it was this is the word. It was stressful here on the commentators booth. That's a sign of a great race on the top of the field and also the midfield with Victor and everyone else fighting for P4. So yeah, thank you for inviting.
Thank you very much for being here. Your expertise is great. Hey, if you're excited, damn, I imagine what it'd feel like inside those cockpits driving around this track, and of course more tracks to come. That's it from us in Any Store Racing. Plenty more racing to go. Just hit that little notification button right there under the YouTube there and let you know when all the future broadcasts will be coming up. So thank you for everybody. Take care, stay safe, and have yourself a fantastic evening or day wherever you are in the world. Keep racing.